Hello and welcome to a 3v3 cast on Grazark Undercity. Starting off, we have Vroom-Vroom playing as the Ravener Alpha, tunneling his way to the top. We have ShowMeMagik in mid playing as the Force Commander on his way to the requisition point, and we have a Batpimp with his Twitch stream as his name in the bottom, playing as the Chaos Sorcerer. Now for the red team, we have Furosemid playing as the Farseer, meeting the Ravener Alpha already. In top, we have avpe56 playing as Brother Captain on his way to the most bottom victory point, and we have Bruce playing as the Force Commander, sitting next to the Brother Captain down here. Map is Grazark Undercity, was added in 2.5. It is made by Indrid. You can actually see the logo in the bottom left corner on the loading screen when you play it yourself to see who actually made it. But starting off, we might actually have some action down here in the bottom. Bruce with his scouts going to be running away here from Batpimp. Does not want to engage the sorcerer or the CSM until he gets the rest of his forces to actually jump in. Brother Captain is down here. Batpimp will be up against 2 in the first engagement. Meanwhile, Furosemid is also going to be up against 2 himself. Heretics running in Doom Bolts onto the Strike Squad, not doing as much damage. I'm surprised it didn't actually fire 6 bolts. Sometimes it does bug out and actually fire 3 bolts instead of 6, when even though the Sorcerer does actually have enough energy to do so. Batpimp getting forced off in bottom. Wow, that's a lot of red already. We have a dead IST squad, a dead Banshee squad already in top here, and that's quite a big loss there for red team right now. That's a very big loss straight away. Blue team should be able to secure this, and looks like they're going to go for a bit of a push on this power. 2 generators getting placed down though by red team, and generators might get torn down very quickly. Flamer half done for Tactical Marines. Tactical Marine Flamer actually does take a bit longer compared to other Flamers to come in. Doesn't actually show the time there, but I believe it's 25 seconds for the Tactical Marine Flamer compared to, say, Guardsman or whatever faction has Flamers. I think Strike Squad Incinerator, they only take 15 seconds instead. The second set of Banshees on the field to replace the initial ones lost. Tactical Marine Flame going to be burning down that generator farm now. One scout member dying here, and we have a Batpimp having to reclaim his natural VP here after getting doubled earlier. Homagon's going to be coming in. Purgation squad on the field, going to be surprising that Tactical Marine squad, but going to get tied up by these Homagons here. Spawn Mine still on the field as well. Homagon's getting a special onto the Purgation squad. Flame and Tactical Marines gained forced off Strike squad in the area. Purgations using the ability to actually burn the ground that they're standing on to actually fight these Homagon. Strike squad could also be forcing melee on those retreating Homagons to try and wipe them, but does not. Termagon's also going to get forced off by that Purgation squad. Farseer going to carry on running in here. Force Commander now the only thing left here for blue team in this engagement. Will get forced off fairly easily. Banshees could probably just turn and fight him. Battle Cry is not activated here. Does land a special though, but the Banshees should just go in and force melee on him, and this Force Commander should go down. Banshees are constantly trying to bait, but I don't know if ShowMeMagik is paying attention. He is not. He will lose his Force Commander. And looks like we already have a dead CSM squad here as well for Batpimp on the ground. Seeing 4 dead CSM models, I'm going to assume that he did lose a squad. But Batpimp going to be getting the Vestments and Warp and Sword of Flame for the Chaos Sorcerer, going to make him very good in combat. Allow him to teleport around the map. It also gives him the Coruscating Flames ability, allowing you to shield yourself with some fire. Does damage to surrounding units, and also gives you some damage resistance as well. I think it says here. Reaving an ally in Shield of Flame, burning all enemies around them, and whatnot, and also the Sword of Flame doing damage over time, similar to the Warlock's Immolator. 5 damage over 5 seconds, or 5 damage per second for 5 seconds even. Being very useful. Devastators though set up in top for ShowMeMagik. Some Barb Strangler Warriors also set up, giving this team double suppression. Some Sniper Scouts also upgraded with a Sergeant as well. Normally don't see that till later on when you actually need the tankiness. Homagons coming in though. Purgation on point though. Will be burning down that Homagon squad. Even Doom getting placed onto the Homagons as well. Wow, they take a lot of damage when you get doomed, and you also have a Purgation firing away. Barb Strangler Warriors are going to get shot onto the Purgation, but they're using their ability right now, and I don't think the ability gets cancelled when you suppress them, but I'm not too sure about that. but they'll do some decent damage, but will in the end get forced off. Banshees coming in here do need to retreat away. Can see a retreat grenade, although Tyranids are on that retreat path, so might not be the best choice to throw a grenade in case you actually hit your own ally. Red team actually have a generator farm down here as well, since they did lose the generator farm in the top. So actually getting decapped right now by some Flamer Tactical Marines, but red team with that generator farm down bottom be up to Bruce to actually hold it to make sure red team actually stay even on the power economy right now. Retreat grenade going to get thrown here by some scouts, going to catch out a CSM model. That heretic didn't really take much damage there. Boy, it might actually kill a model or something, but no, it doesn't actually seem to do that much. But the power still decaps right now. Farseer gained the Doombringer, very nice weapon. Actually, we already saw it earlier, to be honest, on the Homogons when they did get doomed. When you do get doomed, you do take 40% extra damage from all sources, which means it's very effective, especially in combination with the Farseer, who can also guide a unit for an extra 30% damage, and ranged. Very effective on melee units such as Banshees. Put some Doom on some Tactical Marines, guide your Banshees, and Tactical Marines really do take a lot of damage then. And even more amplified when it comes into tier 3 with a Seer Council. Seer Council really will kind of almost needs to give some Tactical Marines or ASMs with Doombringer and Guide on them. The combo is extremely strong. Purgation coming in, Ravener going to be forcing melee, going to be tying them up. Barb Strangler Warriors also coming in for the suppress as well. Crippling Poison onto the Brother Captain, going to prevent him from going any further. And Purgation Squad is going to be forced off. Farseer going to try and fight Ravener with the Doombringer. Doombringer actually doing some decent melee damage. Ravener does need to be careful. Banshees coming in here. Ravener will get forced away. Meanwhile, at bottom, double CSM. CSM actually replaced it for Batpimp since he lost the initial one very early on. Will be trying to tear down this generator ever so slowly with that piercing damage. Bruce already tier 2 with the Armor of Alacrity, and also that Thunder Hammer will be very strong or very effective against these double CSM power melee versus heavy infantry. Although False Commander with the Armor of Alacrity, not going to see the teleporter pack, but I think the teleporter pack may have been a bad choice against double CSM over the Alacrity armor. Scouts going to be coming in here at bottom. Some detection is on the field in the form of the aspiring champion Heretics. False Commander still not moving though for some reason. Kind of should move to actually defend that generator farm. Meanwhile, top Thunder Hammer coming in as well for ShowMeMagik. False Commander now going in, going to be knocking over some Heretics. Grenade getting thrown a bit premature there. I think the scouts should have waited with that grenade and decided to throw it when Batpimp retreats a CSM squad or a Heretic squad, because the False Commander would easily be able to force off at least one of the 3 squads. But we'll be able to kill these aspiring champion Heretics. False Commander with that Thunder Hammer, just so good, especially against the aspiring champion, which is heavy infantry. And carrying on to fight these double CSM. Getting a bit low though, we'll need to be a little bit careful, and might even need to go back to base, taking a lot of damage from that Sword of Flame down to 180 HP. We also have some Flamer Tactical Marines going to go down here. Farseer is going to finish them off with the Doombringer weapon. Devastator's still set up though at the same time. Force Commander does actually go down. Chaos Sorcerer does toss him to the side as well. Force Commander trying to chase a Falcon with the Thunder Hammer, maybe the wrong weapon to actually fight the Falcon with. We also have a Plasma Cannon Dreadnought here for the Grey Knight player, avpe56. Demonic Summoning on the ground here, going to allow Batpimp to reinforce his CSM on the field for the Emperor on these Standguard veterans here. Going to try and force melee down, but there's so many Bloodlesses popping out of that hole that the Standguards are going to be forced back to base. And Batpimp, well, not Batpimp, but Vroom-Vroom going to be recapturing the natural on behalf of Batpimp down in the bottom lane. Gene Stealers though coming out for Vroom-Vroom. Rending Claws now a tier 2 upgrade instead of a tier 3 upgrade, giving you heavy melee, going to be very effective against that Falcon if you can get your Gene Stealers close enough to that Falcon. But Venom Brood also on the field. Whoa, the Falcon's driving a bit aggressive here. There's also Devastators setting up here. Falcon really does need to just sit back. How on earth did that Devastator just hit? The Falcon was out of range, but it did actually manage to fire. Devastator's going to be pushing up though. Really going to be pushing up here. Do need to be careful. PDev, or not the PDev, but the Plasma Cannon Dreadnought is set up, although the Falcon is a bit vulnerable right now. Although inside the arc cannot see each other just yet. Shotgun Scouts and the Force Commander going to be defending the single generator here. Looks like the last cannon's going to get another shot. Wow, it's actually able to take it out. Didn't think it would have enough damage to actually finish it off there. That was quite low. That last cannon doing a lot of damage. Force Commander though going to be tearing up some CSM with that Thunder Hammer. Level 4 Force Commander. Batpimp does need to be a bit careful here. Stern Guard. No, these aren't Stern Guards. These are just some regular Plasma Tactical Marines here. Shotgun Blast. Force Commander is sprinting in here for these Heretics. Heretics were replaced earlier since the Force Commander was able to actually wipe the squad. Plasma Cannon, Dreadnought, trying to do some work here. ShowMeMagik going to be chasing away Brother Captain with that Demon Hammer, going to be knocking back units very similar to how the Chaos Bloodmaw works. Going to be trying to tie up some CSM, not some CSM, so some Termagants. Rending Talons though on these Gene Stealers, going to be doing so much damage, or Rending Claws even. Going to actually be able to take down that Plasma Cannon Dreadnought. You lose melee resistance, or does not actually have any melee resistance to begin with, unless you actually buy the Claw upgrade on them. We also have the Farseer doing the Psychic Storm here, actually going to miss the Gene Stealers, and you cannot get, or cannot interrupt your own ability, which is very annoying, so you need to pick it very carefully. Blood Crusher though for Batpimp. Stern Guards with their Vengeance rounds might be able to actually force off that Blood Crusher though. In fact, Stern Guards haven't actually got any ammo selected by the looks of things. So you do need to actually select some ammo with those Stern Guards. What makes the squad so good is that you can actually change the ammo on the fly, making it, well, able to adapt to each situation. The Hellfire, I think they're called the Hellfire ones, doing damage over time, very effective against infantry, which is the Gene Stealers, Termagants and Hummergants. Kraken rounds would be more effective against Venom Brood and the Raveler Alpha himself. The Stern Guard Kraken rounds actually do bonus damage to Commander Armor, whereas regular Kraken rounds on regular Tactical Marines do not have that bonus. Red team lacking a lot of units in comparison to blue team right now, but with a massive VP lead, 163 VPs to 440. Red team definitely having the advantage there. Force Commander trying to tie up some Banshees here. Banshees able to avoid the majority of that knockback here, going to be forcing off the rest of ShowMeMagik's units. But Banshees having to run away though from that Thunder Hammer is going to be a bit too much for them to actually handle in melee, since it's the constant knockback with Battle Cry activated. And the rest of the force is going to be forced off up top, and Red team going to try and capture that as well. However, Red team still on still not in control of any VPs right now. If they get top, it's still a 2-to-1 cap against them. And players starting to take up to tier 3 now. Seer Council on the field though for Furosemid. And Batpimp still with these double CSM. One Mark of Zinc upgrade, second one isn't upgraded to Mark of Zinc, but might have the Slaughter ability on cooldown, or off cooldown even. Force Commander running away here has got the Sacred Standard as well, so he does actually have a 25% damage boost, and if he does actually die in combat, the boost is upgraded to 40% to those around him as well. Stern Guards with that 25% boost, and same with these Shotgun Scouts here as well. Very effective at boosting whole army, even more amplified when you're in top or when you're in a lane where there's actually 2 people in close proximity with each other, since I believe that does actually work on allies as well. Doom onto the Force Commander, taking a lot of damage, is going to get forced off here, might actually go down altogether. Seer Council trying to come in, Banshee's also trying to come in as well. Gene Stealers will need to be careful with Banshee's taking a lot of damage. Seer Council should win this fight against Gene Stealers, although it's still not the best target for them really. But Tyranids will be forced off here. ShowMeMagik seems to be holding his own against the Brother Captain as well, but the Seer Council is going to be coming in. Doom and the Guide ability should be off cooldown. Runes of Reaping might even be a better idea compared to the Spirit Stones, just so you can reduce the cooldown of those 2 abilities and properly spam them, and also giving 1 energy regen per second allows you to also use a bit more, although with the Rune Armor you actually get plenty of energy regen and also energy. Seer Council needs to be careful. Spirit Stones might be useful here to actually heal up that Seer Council and then back away, but really wanting to kill that drop pod at Batpimp, going to be setting up down in the bottom as well. But these scouts here for Bruce might be able to actually go and get a cap onto the natural Batpimp instead of trying to have a head-on combat or head-on fights with him. But Vroom-Vroom going to be coming in here. But Purgation upgraded now to Psy Cannons, actually going to get suppressed here, and in the most recent patch they are now affected by suppression. They actually do have weapon cooldown. In previous patch they were able to fire as normal under suppression, similar to autocannon Havocs or autocannon heavy weapons team, but that has been changed in that previous patch. But ShowMeMagik going to be coming in here, going to be killing that Purgation squad, that Thunderhammer doing a lot of work here, that level 2 Force Commander going to also try and kill that Strike Squad, unable to actually do so. We have the Termagants also getting knocked over for some reason. I think that was a Cinema Spawn, but a Fire Prism. Okay, it might have been the Fire Prism that knocked them down. Termagant's going to be backing away, double Venom Brood on the field. I'm not sure how this Fire Prism is going to actually cope right now. Banshees are dead, but Seer Council still on the field. Brother Captain getting a bit low, is going to be retreating back to base, only to be met by some Gene Stealers. Going to be tearing him a new one on retreat here, will go down. Doom onto the Gene Stealers though. Seer Council coming in, they do not have guide on them yet. Psychic Storm going to be going down, going to force off the rest of the Tyranid army. Dreadnought here for Bruce, here's tier 3, so we could actually see something get called in here. Going to be some Assault Terminators, I would imagine. Yeah, it's going to be some Assault Terminators. A good choice, or a better choice. Assault Terminators, unique to the Force Commander, APO and Tech Marine, unable to make them. Force Commander up top, ShowMeMagik is going to be switching from that Thunderhammer to the Power Fist, and from the Power Fist back to the Thunderhammer. The Demon Hammer going to be knocking that Force Commander right up into the air here and knocking him out of combat as the Brother Captain gets away here. Seer Council though getting a little bit low here for Furosemid, going to go back to base and heal up Farseer. Actually going to heal them back up with the Spirit Stones for some Grey Knight Terminators here for avpe56, also upgraded with the Liber Demonica, which allows them to lift up units in the air with their Holocaust ability. Terminator's going to be teleporting here onto some Tactical Marines, going to be killing a model and forcing the squad of ShowMeMagik running back to base, upgrading to a Plasma Gun as well after having the Missile Launcher. Plasma Gun going to be very effective against those Terminators and against all heavy infantry on the field. Currently a 2-0 cap right now for Red Team, 137 VPs, 355. Red Team very much in control of the VPs right now. However, looking at the unit count, Red Team is behind in terms of unit count, but they have gone for more specialized squads or more high-tech squads, in the sense of a Seer Council and Terminators are going to be worth a lot more than, say, a Termagant squad for Blue Team. But an Avatar on the way for Furosemid. Carnifex is here though for Vroom-Vroom and is armed with a Venom Cannon along with those double Venom Brood. Any kind of vehicle would be a bit of a mistake right now. Gene Stealers again, Doom. Seer Council coming in here. Force Commander going to teleport in, going to try and knock them over. Battlecry is activated. Psychic Storm onto the entire army as well. The Farseer though taking a lot of damage, unable to actually get out of there in time. Holocaust going to be lifting up these Termagants. Terminators going to be switching focus to that Force Commander. Battlecry is not going to knock these Terminators over. Terminator's going to get the kill onto the Force Commander, gain a sync kill as well. Grenad's going to be pushing in a grenade onto these Shotgun Scouts. Bioplasma going to be knocking down some IST Eldar Avengers there. And Brother Captain coming in, going to struggle to actually do much by himself here. Going to try anyway. Level 4 actually lifts up the Devastator there with the Psychic Lash ability. It was not worth it though, as the Devastator remains alive and the Brother Captain remains dead. We have the Mark of Zinc upgrade onto the Chaos Predator here, probably in response to this Dreadnought here for Bruce, which is actually still alive here. Would have thought it might have died by now. We also have some autocannon Havocs here as well, very effective against all kinds of targets. And we have the Blood Crusher just sitting here to defend that left hand VP as well. Assault Terminator is going to be sitting here with the Dreadnought, very heavy melee, or very heavy melee lore force over here. Well, Bruce, which also does heavy melee as well. Chaos Sorcerer going to get forced away here. Terminator's going to be teleporting in, very risky to teleport here. The Dreadnought though, not moving here, is actually needs to start meleeing down that Predator there. Avatar, meanwhile, remains inactive. The Dreadnought's actually walking past the Predator instead. Terminators do not have their teleport available, so they are unable to actually chase down this Predator. Tyranids also making their way down to the bottom here. Shotgun Scouts going to get forced off here for Bruce. The Blood Crusher on point, actually going to prevent these Scouts from actually capping the natural dare of blue team. These Terminators, though, without their teleport, are probably going to go down. Ideally, if you're going to be teleporting in aggressively with your Assault Terminators, you need a Librarian, so you can actually use the Gate of Infinity to actually get them out of here. These Terminators will go down. The Dreadnought is trying to buy some time here by the looks of it, but the problem is that the Dreadnought could also run the risk of getting itself killed at the same time as those Terminators. Now being very detrimental there to Bruce. Avatar, though, on the field for Furosemid. Carnifex trying to get chased down here by some Terminators. Seer Council, but that's just power melee. We have the Land Raider Crusader here as well, going to be at the base of this charge, going to be the bulk of it. But the Carnifex should live. There's not actually that much AV here for a red team, just a lot of power melee, and power melee not most effective against vehicles, but the Carnifex has no melee resistance at all since it has the Venom Cannon. Terminators coming in here though, so you can actually melee it down with power melee if you want to, but it's just going to take a bit more time compared to heavy melee. We also have the Land Raider Redeemer here for ShowMeMagik, going to be very useful for Tyranids to use. Land Raider Crusader is struggling a little bit here. Venom Cannons on the Venom Brood and the Venom Carnifex as well, going to be very effective sources of AV. Terminators trying to heal, trying to regain some energy as well. This Crusader desperately in need of some repairs right now. Batpimp on the right hand side just going to be holding his own here, going to be holding the area. Bruce forced to rebuy his Force Commander, even though you can actually see the body on the ground here. Well, actually no, that's a Tactical Marine Sergeant instead. I thought that was the Force Commander since I saw the banner. But the Strike Squad and Terminator's going to be pulling out a little bit. The Crusader is pulled back as well. Land Raider Redeemer is also in a similar position to the Crusader, just pulled back for a little bit. Farseer trying to scout the area. Level 8 Farseer as well. I think that is the highest level in the game at this point. Most commanders for blue team all level 3 and level 2, not very leveled up. Meanwhile, Furosemid with his level 8 Farseer, extremely strong. But red team still ahead in VPs, 102 VPs, 242. Blue team still need to play the catch-up game, but blue team do have more units overall, so maybe they can make this work. Some sniper scouts coming in here. Seer Council with their range damage. Their range damage is actually not too bad for a melee squad. I believe it's about 14-ish DPS per model. So against scouts you can actually do it. But some Assault Terminators getting called in here. Deep strikes in onto this Land Raider Crusader. Might be a bit of a mistake though. They are doomed to taking a lot of damage by the Seer Council and Grey Knight Terminators. The Crusader though is on the run right now. The Transformation actually doing a bit of friendly fire damage. Is that an Eldritch or a Singularity? There's a Singularity going to go down. It's going to pull in the entire Tyranid army here and shove them into that wall as well. The Crusader though taking a lot of damage from these Assault Terminators and the Force Commander, both with heavy melee. Effective against vehicles. Also the double Last Cannons as well here for ShowMeMagik. Seer Council and Terminators were not enough to actually defend the Crusader. In fact, the Terminators could have maybe used the Holocaust ability to lift up those melee units, so they could actually buy the Crusader a bit of time. These Assault Terminators though for ShowMeMagik, the Crusader, or the Redeemer, sorry, is coming in here. The Terminators could actually just get inside that, and you see them get inside, and the Eldritch Storm is going to go down. Terminators dying all over the place here. These Grey Knight Terminators look like they might go down. 400 HP. Force Commander is coming in here as well. That Terminator does teleport away, but the retreat might be uncalled. Venom Carnifex just kills it there. Just snipes it down. Carnifex could probably just force melee on these Stand Guard veterans. Land Raider trying to reverse over these commanders here, the Brother Capstan and the Force Commander, but unable to actually run it over. Paladin's going to be deep striking in here though. Paladins can no longer retreat in this patch, and Paladins should be able to finish off this Land Raider Redeemer here. Seer Council going to go in for the cap, 102 VP, so 113. Gene Stealer is going to be coming in, Doom on them as well, with the Force Commander knocking them over with constant basis. Psychic Storm here on retreat. Avatar also going to try and do some damage, but it's actually going to miss. Gene Stealers, the Assault Terminator sitting here on the side. Orbital Bombardment going to be going down here, presumably for ShowMeMagik, or ShowMeMagik, since he is the one lacking red in this game, and the one who has the Orbital Bombardment ability, or unless Bruce is feeling very vengeful to his teammates. then I'm going to assume it's ShowMeMagik. Wailing Doom going to catch out that Predator there for Batpimp. See, account's going to be coming in, but going to be forced off the autocannon setup as well. The Avatar does need to be a bit careful. Batpimp does need to be careful as well because his tanks are half blocking each other, but the Paladins also needs to be very careful, unable to retreat, and Orbital is going to go down here. This time from avpe56. The problem is he's actually caught out his own Paladins with his own nuke, and he's pretty much caught out only his Paladins with his own nuke, and he's actually going to get his Paladins killed. Bit of a misplay there. Sterngard's trying to reclaim Red's natural VP. The Dreadnought still alive here for Bruce is going to struggle here. Just getting kited around. The Blood Crusher on left hand side, still protecting that VP as well from any scouts or anything like that. This Predator though for a Batpimp is a little bit in danger here. Dreadnought with that Melter purchase mid combat going to one shot it in the back there, doing a lot of damage. Neurophrope coming in here. We also have Singularity going to go down as well. Going to catch out that Venom Brood. Gene Seals and Force Commander. The Neurophrope though does need to be a bit careful. Sitting here very aggressively on 340 HP. Force Commander going to be teleporting in onto this decannon setup team. And that Power Fist doing a lot of damage. The Neurophrobe is doomed right now, though there's nothing here to really follow that up. Venom Brood are going to be losing a model there as well. Farseer Council doing a lot of damage. Level 3, now level 4. Farseer is going to be forced away. The Seer Council jumping in onto that Ravener Alpha should be able to kill him, and even gain one more knockback before he retreating away. Venom Brood, Gene Stealer's running away as well. Neurophrope still in the field. Assault Terminators here as well. The Assault Terminators do need to be careful of the Seer Council. And the Neurophrope even needs to be even more careful of that Seer Council as they actually destroy him in melee. Seer Council do actually finish off that Neurophrope. The Assault Terminators should be able to win against Seer Council since they are a little bit low right now and unsupported. Ideally need some support from Farseer. Scouts actually throwing a grenade onto themselves or onto their friendly Sterngard veterans here for some reason. But Terminator's going to try and do what they can here. I'm not actually sure they're focusing down. Brother Captain's actually getting focused down by Terminator's health bar is missing. 81 VPs to 33. Red team were so far ahead in VPs this game, but now are on the back foot of this game right now. 28 VPs. The VPs bleeding down extremely quickly, and this is also getting decapped here by blue team. Meanwhile top, they're actually capping it with the Farseer, but it will still be a 2-to-1 cap here, even if Red team do get this top VP. Avatar with the Wailing Doom going to catch out some tactical marines here, nearly killing the entire squad. Will be killing a model, but the Avatar going to be struggling here. No melee defense ability here. 7 VPs now for a Red team. I think that this is actually going to be over. That cap for the Farseer is not coming in time. Singularity going to go down here as well, or an Eldritch, but it's not going to be in time. Blue team are going to be able to make the comeback here after being down so much in VPs. Red team unable to actually take their lead into a victory, and that is going to be game.